With two big weekend conference games on the schedule, Friday against Utica and Saturday against St. John Fisher, you're in a very good position not only to make the school's first ever appearance in the Empire 8 tournament, but also to play host. How surprised are you to be in this position?
You know, I'm not really that surprised. I knew that we had the talent. I knew that we had the horsepower going into the season, even when the preseason rankings came out and, we weren't picked at the top of the conference. That didn't deter us from the mission at hand, which was competing every single day and going into the conference tournament or going into the conference season and playing the best that we can. These guys from day one have bought into the system that we've put in this year, and because of that, it's put us in good position going into the stretch run of the conference season. So I'm not really that surprised. I knew that I had some good guys, and when they bought hook, line, and sinker into the new system, I knew that we could do some good things in the conference.
And for you, Ryan, what are your thoughts? You've been here this is your third season. Obviously, there's been some growing pains. Now that you're in this position, how surprised are you to be here?
Not at all. We've done fantastic work in the off season, and like Coach said, we've done a great job buying in as a team. Nobody doubts the system, and we're fully bought in to going forward with this system, and it's definitely paid off great.
Okay, speaking about the system, perhaps you can specify that a little bit more. What about this team has allowed you to achieve the success you've enjoyed this year, particularly in Empire 8 play?
Well, I think, I've talked about buying into the system, but I think what it really goes to is the chemistry of the guys on the team. They've been absolutely great to work with every day at practice. People see that the 25 games we play, but we'll have 80 some odd practices during the year. And when you have great guys to work with who get along in the locker room and on the court, it makes my job of putting in a new system a lot easier, a lot more fun, and I thoroughly enjoy going out there every day and working with them. I think that's been a big part of our success. The other part of the success is these guys also just have a lot of tough kids that go hard. We've talked about going hard for 2.5 minutes at a time. We don't have anybody that drags their tail and is lazy on the court, and I think that's been a big part of how successful we've been able to be to this point.
Right.
To build on that, I think that we also have no superstar, nobody that's trying to go out and get 30 points every night, which is great. Any night somebody can score 20, 25, we could have a couple people do it, which is so important because it makes the other teams, they have a tough time preparing for us, and it's also just great to see everybody be so successful out there on the court.
Dale, all season long, Alfred has managed to rotate as many as 15 players into games, all playing meaningful minutes. How have you been able to manage that, and how have the players adjusted to it?
Going into this year, I thought it'd be a challenge. I knew I was going to play a lot of guys, but I had a lot of guys that I wanted to get into each and every game. But now that we're into the season, I don't think it's been as hard to manage as I thought it would be. Again, it goes back to the guys on the team just being good guys, understanding their roles, understanding that whether they're playing 25 minutes or 5 minutes, all those minutes are important. It's the way we're playing this year. Even though some guys are playing less minutes and we're playing more guys, they're actually getting more possessions. I think of the 10 returners we had this year, 9 of the 10 are actually averaging more points this year than they did last year, even though in a lot of cases the minutes are down, but the possessions are up.
And what does this particular style of play, what has it allowed you to do different on offense and defense, and what problems has it posed for your opponents? Because obviously it has.
Well, we're really trying to play up-tempo, trying to play fast, trying to be aggressive and intense on defense, and we really started from scratch when we put this in. Everything is completely different than what we've done in the past. I think what we do poses different problems to different teams. Sometimes it's our defense. We'll fly around and get a lot of turnovers, a lot of deflections, and teams have a hard time scoring against it, getting good looks. Other times it's our offense going up and down, playing fast, trying to wear a team out, and allowing us to get good shots, crashing the board, and get what we like to call 2-foot possessions, where you get an offensive rebound 2 feet from the hoop. So I think it poses different problems to different teams, which is a good thing, I think.
Okay. Alfred had never beaten Stevens prior to last weekend's win at home. Other than keeping pace with the Ducks in the conference standings, how important was that to get you over the hurdle and finally get a win against that team?
Well, what we've done in the past really doesn't matter to this team, at least it doesn't matter to me as the head coach. It was nice to beat them because I didn't think we gave our best performance when we were in Hoboken, and I wanted to prove to every team in the conference that we can compete with anyone. And fortunately, having gone through, played a couple teams twice, but we've now beaten every team in the conference, and I think that was one of the goals that once conference started, we wanted to try to beat everyone in the conference.
Right.
I would agree. It's great to show that we're here to stay, which is something that maybe our past has not proven, but now that we're saying, like, Alfred's a force to be reckoned with.
Now, you have two big games this weekend against teams that are in very different positions when it comes to the conference standings. Utica's at the bottom of the conference, but they played Alfred tough at their gym 2 weeks ago. Fisher, on the other hand, is in the mix for a tournament berth. Talk about these two opponents and what it will take to come away with wins against them.
Well, I think starting out, we're focused 100% on Utica. We haven't really started looking at Fisher, just like I'm sure Fisher hasn't really started looking at us because they have a game against Naz. But although they're in two different positions in the conference, the last time we played them, both teams, we won on buzzer beaters both games. They're going to be very tough games to win here at home. We're glad that we have them at home, but both teams are going to be tough. I'm sure it doesn't matter to either team where they are right now in the conference standings. They just want to go out and compete each and every game. And we obviously have to rise to the occasion and compete with them.
We definitely respect both teams, and we know that we have to bring our best against both, regardless of their record. We know that Utica's going to bring it. They've got a very talented guard in Aaron Evans. But we also know that we've got a nice advantage here at home, which is great. We've been having a lot of fans come out this year, which has really brought life to the bench and the rest of the team, which has been great. So we definitely want to get a win for them on Friday and then Saturday after that.
Okay, great. Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you.